Hello everyone, we hope you all are doing good. My name is Richa Sharma and I'm accompanied today by Mr. Shashank Gupta, and we both are heading the Step Up Mentorship program. And today we are beyond excited to announce to you the student charter which has been created for all the aspiring students of UPSC CSE 2026. And we will be showcasing you how we have created systems which becomes enabler to your success in exam, which also makes this mentorship program one of the most comprehensive and trustworthy in the industry.
So in this particular session, what we are going to introduce to you, very revolutionary thing, that is systems approach to UPSC mentorship. So as they say, individuals or goals can fail, systems don't. So we will give you a roadmap based on systems, and that we are applying in Step Up Mentorship program as well.
We also agree on a similar point that you don't rise to the level of your goals, but you fall down ultimately to the levels of the systems that you have created. So in this mentorship program, we believe in creating that system for you so that your environment itself becomes not a hindrance, but an enabler to your growth and towards your trajectory to success in examination.
And this we have seen not just in UPSC, but across any field you see. If you see Kohli, if you see G, Gukesh, anyone who has succeeded, they have systems around them. So we remember there's Paddy Upton, who was a mental expert, and he actually accompanied Indian cricket team, and it helped India won the World Cup after 30 years. So similar thing we are trying to have in Step Up Mentorship, so that you have a system around you, so that that system itself will not let you fail.
How we have incorporated the system-based approach in our Step-Up Mentorship, to give you a few highlights of it. First, we do create a very comprehensive mechanism for planning your year, planning your week, planning your day. Second, we give you a very good peer system, a study group which enables you, which gives you into a good competition. And finally, you are able to see yourself as one of those who are not just striving for the success, but also helping others to strive success. And there are various more modalities to understand how the systems approach work. But before entering into it, let's try to resolve the problems of UPSC and the challenges faced by aspirant on the basis of first principles approach. So what are the typical challenges, according to you, Shashank, which are faced by aspirants in UPSC preparation?
So Richa, we have compiled a list of challenges, and this is again a very well-researched list. And people who are watching this video, they can also comment if we have missed anything. So these are some comprehensive challenges we have compiled, and let's discuss those in detail.
The most important challenge that I have seen students facing is that they don't have a plan around UPSC. So the preparation is very haphazard, which means they would be waking up today with polity target, the other day with geography target, and eventually 3 months down the line, you feel that you have not significantly finished up anything, and this lowers up your confidence. Confidence, I've already highlighted many times, is the token. It is the currency to crack the UPSC paper. If you will ask me to weigh the metric of confidence and academics, confidence shoots much more higher as compared to academic because of this reason, UPSC examination has become little more tricky, little more tough, because it is trying to test your soft skills as well as the academic skills. So here, unstructured preparation is the root cause of distress among the aspirants. Then limited access to right resources, right mentorship and right expertise, because there is plethora of advice right now and it can get more confusing than will help you to sort things out. So that is there. Second, even if you are consuming information, you don't know how to make proper scientific notes which can be used readily to produce answers or maybe to recall your prelims question. You might also be struggling to understand how to integrate the prelims preparation and the mains preparation, and alongside a lot of nuances, how to use the right keyword in your introduction, right keyword in the conclusion, how to create multiple dimensions with the help of different templates that we provide. So these are the things which generally an aspirant faces, along with the other challenges. For example, you do not get proper feedback, structured feedback, which helps you to resolve all these problems. There are also a lot of mental stressors like anxiety, demotivation, depression which students face. So ultimately, when your systems get sorted, these challenges also seem to be subdued. So we will now be moving towards the next part as to how Step Up Mentorship helps you effectively to solve these challenges.
So Richa, over the years, we have analyzed that to have a comprehensive system in place, we obviously have to have tools with us. So in this step-up mentorship program, what we are going to do, we are going to give you basic roadmap, which will encompass, first, we will try to give you a structured approach, right? So structured approach to your preparation. So as Richa rightly mentioned, in this day and age of overload of information, sometimes you hear topper X talking about this. Sometimes you have a brother or sister or a friend talking about this approach. So what happens is your mind becomes very confused, and at the end of the day, you don't end up doing anything, right? So we will give you a structure which will have weekly plans, which will have some monthly plans or in the year-wise plans, right? So structure is very much essential so that you stay on course on your preparation. Second thing, what we have analyzed is this exam, and everyone knows this exam is not about IQ per se, right? It is not just IQ, it is about your consistency in this examination. So we will ensure that you are consistent. We have tools in place, we have processes, we have built-in systems so that you remain consistent. Just to give you an example, when you join our mentorship program, the mentors will be there and they will be taking accountability calls. Every 3 to 4 days, you will receive accountability calls from your mentors so that you stay on track. And please believe me, this is one of the most important elements of your preparation. Anyone can do maybe some content from this place, right? They can have some strategy from other place, but consistency, applying is the key. Not just students, as a nation. India has been planning from last 75, 80 years, right? We have planning commission earlier. So have we achieved all our goals? No, because the issues lies in execution, and these consistency accountability calls will actually help you remain focused on your targets. And then finally, what happens is, I have seen this over the years along with all the aspirants, various kinds of aspirants, even the serious aspirants struggle with this. They are not applying whatever they are learning, right? So application of whatever you are learning is the key, right? It doesn't matter if you have completed all the targets or not. Suppose I give you a weekly target. It doesn't matter if you have gone through 100% of the target or not, but idea is at the end of the week, you have to apply everything that you have learned. And this is again built in our system itself. So these 3 points are very crucial in our system, that is structured preparation, maintaining consistency, and finally application of your knowledge. And mind you, application will be based not just from prelims point of view, but also mains point of view. So suppose you have a weekly target, you will do something at the end of the week from prelims as well as mains perspective. So usually we do provide weekly test for your regular course correction, right? So these are some of the ways in which we have tried to overcome all the challenges that you face. But again, there are a lot of features of the program. We will discuss those in detail in upcoming section. So not just these things, we have a process in place for you. So this is what a process flow will look like for an average aspirant in UPSC step-up mentorship, right? So first thing is, you will obviously have a mentor, one-to-one mentor you will get when you join this program. It is not about group sessions, right? You will get a personalized mentorship from a very experienced mentor, right? So they will understand you, they will understand your strength, they will understand your weaknesses, and then based on your strength and weaknesses, they'll give you a personalized plan, right? So what they will do is, they will give you a weekly plan. So suppose we meet on X date. So we'll try to understand what you have done so far, where you are lagging, and based on that, and again, it has to be a two-way communication. Mentor may suggest something, but it again goes down to you. You can also discuss with your mentor, but we'll strongly recommend that you start with the foundational subjects, that is polity, economy, history, or geography. Why we follow this? Because we ensure that once you have completed geography, then only you have the ability to understand problems of environment, right? Similarly, you cannot understand money laundering if you do not understand economics well. So this is the reason you can start with any of the foundation subjects, and then based on that, the mentor will give you a weekly target, right? So in this weekly target, they will tell you the sources to refer. They'll tell you how to approach it, where to approach from, and again, where to stop. This is again very important, because I've seen students, they tend to do PhD. And believe me, UPSC don't need PhD holders here. If that was the case, all the IAS officers, IPS officers would have been from ISCs or something like that, right? So idea is you have to know where to stop yourself. So mentors will help you in that. And at the end of the day, after 3 or 4 days, they will give you accountability calls so that you are staying on track. If you are facing any issue, you can discuss those with your mentors during these accountability calls as well. At the same time, it should not be a talk shop. So at the end of the week, you are supposed to write test, and this is what matters. You analyze any topper. Last year Shakti was there, right? So even Shakti used to give tests regularly, right? So all the tests were given by her, and this is why she has consistently improved and finally got the rank, right? So tests are very important. What you need to understand is this application will actually help you learn. No one is a born topper. Only by gradual improvement, incremental improvement, you will actually improve. So this you have to do, my dear students, for every week, right? For next 50 weeks or something. Till the mains, you have to follow this approach. So you have to have a plan, you have to execute the plan, and then you have to apply your plan. And in between, if you need your help, any help from the mentor will be there, right? So this is the way, this is the process. So first they will have a session, they'll give you a weekly plan, and then you can again discuss doubts with your mentor. And then finally, you have to write the test. After you have written the test, we have quality team who will, again, to prevent any conflict of interest, there is a separate team for that, and they'll evaluate your copies. After your copy is evaluated, you come back to your mentor and discuss that particular test with them, right? This is how you will improve. All the toppers start from 10, 20 marks, right? There was a student who started from 17 marks last year, and this year he is an IPS officer, right? Why is that? Because he has consistently improved. So this is the lesson for you, that you have to do this for next 70 weeks, 60 weeks, whatever time is left, right? After the performance assessment, you go back again and do this step all over again for the next iteration, for the next subject. So I hope the process is clear. Then we'll discuss some of the features of the program. So overall, these are some of the major features, but it's beyond that, right? So what we have is, we have a 4-layered mentorship. We will give you personalized guidance and study plans. There will be topper sessions. There will be thematic areas, videos that will be providing you. We have current affairs module. We have essay module. We have prelims and mains test series, apart from the weekly assignments, right? We have prelims and mains workbook. Again, this is very important. Many of you comes to us that, sir, we are working professionals. Sir, sometimes we do not have enough time. So we give you ready-made in-house material, which you can definitely refer for prelims as well as mains. And recently we have one-pager notes as well, which are again game changers. Specifically, given that right now it's more or less 5 months. After that, you will go back to the prelims mode. So in these 5 months, it's not possible to do a PhD level analysis, and that's not required. We can give you these short notes as well, these one pages. From it, you can build back, right? So we will give you thematic videos. We'll give you subject-wise prelims and mains workbooks. Also, we will be providing some answer writing sessions to you, right? So that you actually build on your answer writing skills. Doesn't matter where you're starting from. If you are regular with us, you will definitely improve. Obviously, there will be prelims camp. After prelims, we'll provide you prelims camp as well, right? For the people who are going to qualify prelims, if suppose they are enrolling now, if they qualify prelims 2026, we will be giving them mains camp as well, where toppers and experts have a daily answer writing sessions, and you can discuss those answers with them.
Now, students, what makes this program very comprehensive and tailor-made exclusively for you is its first feature, which is taking mentorship, not just from one personalized mentor, unlike the group sessions, the classroom level mentorships, but here you will be getting a personalized, customized mentor alongside having help from 3 other layers of mentor as well. Let me break down this feature for you. So at the center of it would be you. And you, my dear student, will be helped, aided and supported by, first of all, your dedicated mentor who is responsible for taking one-on-one personalized sessions to solve not just your academic concerns but also non-academic, because a good, brilliant performer always comes at the convergence of academics and non-academic skills, both of them. In the second layer, you will be getting the program heads As your supervisors, we will be having a check of your track of your progress, and then we will be doing due course correction. So this is the Samadhan level of mentorship. Then you will also be supported by esteemed faculties who have been responsible for being torch bearers in their particular streams. For example, Jan Parikshit sir will be there for economics module. There will be Piyush sir who will be for your ethics module. He has helped AIR 1 Aditya Srivastav in 2023 to achieve that rank with very high score in essay and ethics. And then you will also be getting your own mentor and then you will also be getting a mentor who is already in the services, an IAS IPS mentor who has already qualified, and this person is going to be your super mentor for the entire process. We also would like to tell that the resources that have been created in Step Up Mentorship, for example, the planners that you will be getting, the workbooks, and most of the model answers have been reviewed by a ranker itself. So, it is a testament to the quality that we tend to promote and we provide to you. Second, there will be PYQ based answer writing and note making sessions to make it more scientific and to ensure that you are improving test upon test, notes upon notes, and eventually reaching to the level of creating one-pager notes, which we believe we provide in the form of smasher notes also, but we believe that these are the notes which eventually help you to write answers very quickly within 7 minutes, for which you can watch my webinar also. It is uploaded in Vajiram and Ravi's channel, and it also helps you to further up your brainstorming skills. Then we will be providing you personalized mentorship, and there will be thorough regular assessment in both the areas of prelims and mains. So this is our responsibility to ensure that we have integrated, sorted, and provided you the best in class, most qualitative education with respect to the mentorship of UPSC CSE. Moving to the next feature. So ma'am, how do you create personalized study plan for you? The first thing that we follow is segregating student on the basis of their class type. So which means whether you're a college going aspirant, whether you're a full-time aspirant, a fresher, or whether you're a full-time aspirant who's an experienced or repeater, whether you are a working professional or a final stage aspirant, which means you're more focused towards the main stage and the interview stage. So all of you would be having different requirements from mentorship. So it is definitely not a one-size-fits-all approach. We have created separate plans for all these different classes of students, and we also ensure that whatever study hours your average routine is allowing to you, we accommodate the syllabus into those study hours itself. This calls for heavy customization into your study plan, and of course, it will also be accommodating your day-to-day routine, and whatever has been your daily timetable will also be created and integrated into these study plans itself. We will also be prioritizing subjects according to your strengths and weaknesses, which we try to harness with the help of holistic assessment of Menti form. And then moving on to the next feature, before which I will showcase how a typical study plan looks like, wherein we not just give the chapters, but we give a very detailed breakdown as to what you need to study from prelims point of view, mains point of view, and what would be the estimated time to finish it off, so that you see a very clear vision as to how to approach the topic and overall the examination and how to deliver on time. Second thing, what makes this mentorship program this most student-friendly program? There are two aspects to it. Typically, how do you imagine a mentorship setup? You imagine that you would be coming to us and we'll be helping you out question on question basis, query on query basis. But this is not how we roll out, because we have promised you to provide a very strong system around you, which will act as an enabler. So how to give you that system? First, the most important challenge that is faced by student is distraction, and mostly because it take this examination as something which is like you are pursuing a hobby and not how you are pursuing a profession. So to add that kind of seriousness into your preparation, we also have the accountability matrix in place. How do we ensure? We provide two kinds of mentorship. One is that is supply driven, second which is demand driven. So of course, you can anytime come to us for academic and non-academic queries, and we'll be there to help you out. But you are also entitled to the supply-driven mentorship, which means that every third day, you will be getting an accountability call from the mentor. So it is responsibility of the mentor as well to keep you on track. So it is a supply-driven mentorship. We give you follow-up calls. We will be giving you test discussions on one-on-one basis, which means again, this test discussion is unlike the other programs wherein they'll be giving you a recorded session, but here there will be a live one-on-one discussion so that mentor not only analyzes your knowledge gaps, but also analyzes your skill gap, if any, and try to fill upon that test upon test. And you will see magical results after that, as seen by a lot of our students. So we actually created a study group, and eventually we also filtered out the top 100 students. There was a prodigy group, and we are very happy to announce that every third person in that group has written mains this year. So it is because of the systems that has been created, so you can also get benefited out of it. Now please understand, it is supply driven, which means there will be follow-up calls from the mentor, there will be test discussions one-on-one from the mentors, and there will be accountability calls as well every now and then. It is also purpose and demand driven, which means whatever academic doubts you have within the stipulated time, within the time that we'll be giving you, which is typically 10 to 6, you can reach out to the mentor and they'll be addressing all of your academic doubt as well. So it is both demand driven and supply driven, right? The next unique feature is the opportunity to interact directly with the toppers. There have been the mentor qualities such that the mentors themselves have been rank holders, especially this year. And so you can also get benefited by not just them, but also the other toppers who also contribute to Step Up Mentorship, and they help you build your skills. For example, last month only, Dr. Shreya Garg, who was AIR 35, he had conducted sessions for our students. And so you're also entitled to a super mentor every month. So a topper would be coming, would be interacting one-on-one, taking up your doubts. And this is how we roll out the topper sessions as well.
Now let's discuss the next important theme that we have, thematic videos on high yield areas. Students, you must know UPSC has a history of asking from certain topics every year, every now and then. So if we talk about, say, economics, right? So you know that you can expect a question every year from food processing industries, right? Similarly, if I want you to ask from governance, you have self-help groups, citizen charters, things like that. So we have given you, this is again not an alternative of a classroom program, but at the same time, this provides you a backup knowledge that is required in UPSC. So thematic videos will be provided on important high yield topics. Right? So this is again a very important feature for those specifically who do not have any foundation, who are just using our mentorship along with their self-study. So people who are doing all the things by themselves, it is going to be very helpful for them. Right? So this is one of the great features that we have. Also, as Richa might have discussed with you as well, so we have current affairs classes. The idea of these current affairs classes, under the leadership of Mr. Jayant as well, it's basically integrates prelims and mains preparations from the current aspects. And you must know, specifically, we talk about mains, GS2 and GS3. Current affairs is again bedrock for these two papers. Not just for these, but again from all the other papers like ethics as well. But again, it is very important for GS2 and 3. Similarly, you can talk about importance of current affairs in prelims, say environment, economy, science and tech. All the things will be given to you in a very good lecture by Jayan sir and team. Also, you will get specific handouts, very condensed, very value-loaded material that you can revise frequently so that you do not have this issue that, yes, sir, I could at least recognize, but I was not able to pinpoint in the examination. Because these crisp notes will help you revise it multiple times, right? Also, we have essay sessions by renowned faculty, that is Piyush sir, right? So, as Ms. Richa has rightly mentioned, he has mentored AIR 1 last year, right? 2023, Aditya. Even this year, around 15 toppers in top 100 are from Piyush sir courses as well, right? So, Piyush sir will be guiding you in essay sessions. So, it will be kind of workshops. They will tell you what to do, but at the same time, they will be asking you to write answers on essays. So you will be writing essays in live workshops where again you can have direct interaction with Piyush sir as well. So this is again built in our Step Up Mentorship program. So these are some of the topics that have been asked, and mind you, various topics were actually discussed in class as well, right? So you will, it will add a lot of value to your preparation. So we have already analyzed how we are going to give you test every week, right? So in the first phase, we will give, suppose you are starting with polity. We will give you around, for polity, suppose you start with this subject. In weekly plans, we'll give you around 4 to 5 prelims tests from polity, 3 tests from mains point of view from polity, so that you can take it prelims and mains preparation in one go, right? At the end of the day, you can also avail prelims camp after January, right? Here you will get around 60 to 65 tests, which will actually mold your prelims preparation. It will give a boost to your prelims preparation. Even CSAT will be covered there, right? There will be some discussion sessions after every test. So idea of prelims camp is basically to instill discipline in you. So you are supposed to come write your test at a particular time, and then there will be discussion afterwards, right? So it will actually help you in your prelims preparation holistically. This is a dashboard that you will see for your prelims test. You can write your test in online mode, and then you can also analyze that, right? Similarly, we will be providing you mains test series as well. So till prelims, we will be giving you weekly test. As I said, for every subject, there will be some sectional tests, right? Then after prelims, you will get 12 GS full length tests. 12 GS full length test, it will be given to everyone, so that you can revise mains syllabus GS 1, 2, 3, 4 at least 3 times before your mains preparation, right? And ideally, this is more than enough, right? If you are going to write mains, you need not write more than that, right? Even if, God forbid, someone is not qualified prelims, and then they can revise everything that they have covered 3 times and pretend as if they are writing mains themselves, right? So 12 GS full length test will be given to all the students. Second thing is, we have mains camp. But this is an incentive. Mind you, this is an incentive. We want every student to qualify prelims and then mains, then interview, and then find name in the list. But again, it is an incentive to those so that you qualify in the very first attempt. So you will be given mains camp. On the lines of prelims camp, mains camp will be conducted, where you will be writing say 5-7 answers every day, and then there will be discussion by toppers themselves and experts themselves afterwards, right? So it gives you the confidence to write answers. It will help you course correct by actual feedback of the toppers as well, right? So this is going to be a very important component in your mains and prelims preparation. So these are the test series part. Also, we will help you write, make topper level notes, right? So idea is to make your topper, right? And mind you, your, as I often say to my students, your rank is as good as your notes are. Because if you do not have notes specifically from mains point of view, it will be very difficult to actually write answers in 7 minutes in actual exam hall conditions, right? So we will help you make those topper level notes, but also meanwhile, we will give you 3 kinds of workbooks. So one is prelims specific. Suppose you want to revise everything from polity, say in 2 days, right? If you do not have notes, you cannot do that, or say in 5 hours, right? With our workbook, you can revise that in 2 hours, right? So we have condensed everything in say 70-80 pages, so that you can revise frequently, right? Similarly, we have mains workbooks as well. So comprehensive notes on various themes will be given in mains workbooks. And finally, we have 1-pager notes in the form of smashes that will help you revise multiple times. This is very condensed, very value added in the form of 1-pagers that you can revise multiple times, right? It will actually boost your mains preparation. Okay? So these are 3 kinds of content that we will be providing you. So this is a glimpse of that content. So if you talk about say CAG, right? So we will tell you what have been the previous year questions from this department. So it is one of the important topics from polity. So they have asked in 24, then 2018, then previously in 2016 as well. So we have condensed everything. So what is the constitutional framework and what's the composition, right? So everything will be given here. And then what are the powers and the functions? What are the challenges in the functioning of CAV? We will give you specific examples. And again, mind you, these examples is again sine qua non for your getting a good rank, right? Because without examples, your ideas are not backed by proper authentic substantiation, and this actually provides substantiation. So these kinds of notes will be given to you ready-made, but again, it will help you revise, but we will also want you to make your own notes, right? So that you can have confidence that yes, you know everything. And given the nature of analytical nature of UPSC nowadays, it will be very helpful for you as well. So these are some of the features of our program. So let's analyze. Suppose you want to join our step up right now. So we want to give you a roadmap how we are going to proceed from here, right? So right now you have to understand we are left with just 4 or 5 months. And then you have to go back to prelims mode again. So in the first phase, that is the foundation phase, will again, depending on the type of students, the background they have, the experience they have, we will make the integrated plan for them. So integrated prelims and mains preparation, focusing more on foundation subjects and answer writing as well, right? So mentors will be setting a strong foundation for the student in this phase only, right? So this phase will start, suppose September is ending, so September and then October and November, because of the paucity of time, right? It can be again modified based on, suppose if someone is joining in January, right? So they can take 3 months for that, right? Because they have enough time. Now, second phase will be the phase of integration. So this is again a transition phase. Here we will build on the foundational subjects. We will try to cover more applied subjects like society, like governance, like international relations, and we will be focusing majorly on answer writing here, right? Along with the prelims preparation, focus will be on commanding good kind of confidence in mains, right? So this integration phase will give you very important topics for mains. It will have focus on essay, note making and conceptual clarity. So this phase 2 will last for again 2 months, more or less 2 months. Again, my dear students, this is not a rigid thing. It's a personalized mentorship program. There is no one size fit all approach here. So again, it will be varying based on the students, right? But this is a template. Then we'll enroll you in prelims camp, and this will be prelims exclusive phase, where your focus, sole focus for next 3-4 months will be to crack prelims, because nowadays prelims is getting a bit tricky here. Okay? Then after prelims, again, this will start from January onwards, and then it will last till your prelims exam. Then at the end, we have mains exclusive phase, where we'll brush you up for the mains, upcoming mains.
And last but not the least, another interesting part of Step Up Mentorship is providing you answer writing enhancement templates. These are not just mere average templates. We will also be providing you brainstorming structures and frameworks that will be supporting your arguments in the answers, and they will also help you to write answers in the stipulated time. We will also help you to understand what particularly you have to finish in one particular subject. For example, there is this topic of Representation of People's Act. People generally don't prepare for this particular topic, but you are seeing that every next year, questions are getting asked on Representation of People's Act. So let me give you a glimpse of how we are going to cover this in the answer writing template session. First, we have to understand what is the significance of this and whether we have to read onto this topic alone or along with some other aspect. The other aspect that it has to be read along with is, let's say, the electoral reforms or any body which is working to provide superintendence to the election process, which is of course Election Commission of India. In RPA also, we have got one Act of 1950 and one Act of 1951. Now, on the basis of expertise and on the basis of PYQ analysis, I can tell you that 1951 has got more frequency of occurrence. So, if I have to ask you, if you are running a paucity of time, and I'll give you that which is going to give you more better returns, it is 1951 Act. But 1950 Act is also finding some relevance over here. Why? Because of the delimitation commission that is getting constituted because of census announcement. So therefore, it is highly likely 1950 would also be asked, but I have already told you I have already told my students in the last session as well, in my previous answer writing enhancement sessions, that 1951 Act has to be prepared more thoroughly. And so this year itself, they have asked question on the corrupt practices under the RPA Act of 1951. The other areas that have been asked within this is disqualification process, grounds of disqualification as stated under RPA Act, and the mechanism to dispute redressal. This is one such specimen, how we categorize any topic, what is the importance, what is the length and breadth of it, what are the topics we need to cover, and how to prepare a good answer, a good framework on topics like RPA, and how to augment and enrich enrich it with along with other topics like electoral reforms, election commission, because when you will reading them together, you will be able to answer other questions. For example, simultaneous elections. It has been asked 3 times so far. Or electoral reform question. It has been asked last year. But this is not it. In the answer writing enrichment session, as promised, I will also be giving you a lot of templates. Templates include, for example, in my brainstorming session, I told you about the 3T approach to solving any technology kind of question. So there are mostly 3T threats to any technology, any limitation of technology, be it biotechnology, AI or quantum technology, whatever it is. First T is about the training deficit. Less than 2% of the people would be trained on the industries or on the, the skill set of the Industrial Revolution 4.0. Next would be related to threats. There could be national threats, security threats. For example, it can be aiding espionage activities or terrorism activities, right? And any kind of technology would also be causing toxicity. So this is one such framework. Toxicity to whom? Toxicity to maybe human ethics, human environment, right? So this is one such framework. Okay. Now to understand things better, there will be other frameworks as well. For example, I have given you, for any policy problems, I have given you the PTDU approach: planning, targeting stage, delivery stage, usage stage. Okay, so we will be brainstorming across these areas. Then I have also told you the 4C approach for disaster management and conflict resolution in the case of disaster management topic, ethics topic. So a lot of such templates will also be ready-made provided to you through these answer writing enrichment sessions that will be taken by the program heads. These will be across GS1, GS2, GS3, GS4 topics as well as on essays. Finally, students, this is one request. If you genuinely feel that you are confident, if you genuinely feel that you are hardworking and very committed to crack the paper this year itself, then come and join the systems that we have created for you, and this will help you to leverage your confidence and overall your academic scores, and you yourself would be seeing it, experiencing it. If you have any doubt, if you want to ask me and Shashank any question regarding this mentorship program or regarding anything else about your preparation, feel free to shoot your question on the comment box and we will be definitely getting back to you. Now Shashank, on to you.
If you have any other questions, you can scan this QR code or you can call this number as well. So our team will be reaching out to you. I hope this session was fruitful for you. And we have told you whatever we are doing in Step Up, it is nothing short of a revolution here. So thank you for attending this session. All the very best.
Thank you so much.